It was very irritating. And she could have... So I was thinking of doing a video about the things that we hate about full-time travel.
I don't hate anything. I only dislike a couple of things.
Alright, Akira, you're first. One thing that you hate about full-time travel.
I don't like being jammed in a car hours on end.
Why?
Because it's very crowded with all our stuff, and you're kind of like jammed in there, and you don't have like leg room or a lot of space to like stretch out a lot. So I do not like that.
And probably because I don't make a lot of pit stops.
You don't do that, no.
So when she means hours on end, it's really hours on end. Yes, it's forever and ever. How do you feel about that one?
It depends. Sometimes I don't mind it.
Remember that time that you created a cocoon in the back of the car?
Yeah, like I don't mind it then, because I'm just like either on my phone or listening to music.
What was this cocoon like?
Like the mattress folded in on me, so it was literally like a little cocoon, and I was like wrapped up in like a comforter, shoved in the corner of the car. I feel like comfortable, because it was like even memory foam, so I was like, nice.
So we used to, when we travel in the car, we carry a memory foam mattress pad, and she lifted the middle seats up and coiled it in the back, and so she almost made like some sort of hammock in which she was laying in, and total darkness, perfect for the stuff that she likes.
You couldn't tell if I was sleeping or I was awake because no one could see me. I was hiding, but I could still look at the back window, so if I wanted to see something and someone was like, oh my god, look over there, I could still look, because I still have the side two corner windows. But then I also have little covers that can just stick to the windows, so if I didn't want any light, I could just cover them. It was very nice.
What about you? Do you create cocoons too?
No, because I usually like to sit in a chair while we're driving. So then that's what creates her cocoon, because we put a seat up and then the mattress folds.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I don't know how she does it. She's just like, the whole time. It seems so uncomfortable. I mean, at least you have nice posture though, I guess. It's probably why I have back pain, but like, otherwise. Stuff, and it's like super planned and stuff like that. Like, I don't like big crowds. So like, we don't travel through the airport, at least a lot, but like the last few times we have, so I really don't like big crowds. They shut me out like a lot, so I would say that's, I don't hate them, but I really dislike them.
How are the big crowds directly related to full-time travel?
Most of the time at airports there are big crowds. And not a lot of the time, actually more like, we're in the car more often than we like go in planes, but when we do go in planes, there's always a big crowd at the airport, and you always have to go through, what's that called? Security. Yeah, to get into the plane, and I don't like that because you have to put the stuff in the bins, and it's all very fast paced, and I'm not very.
That is definitely another one. What's the next one?
Airport security is terrible. The issue with airport security is like not the whole action within itself, it's the speed at which you have to do the action. I am not a very fast-paced person. I get distracted easily, and I don't like when things are happening, like, so airport security definitely would be like the highest thing on the list for things I hate. Like, can I tell the story of what happened?
Is it butter?
Last time we went through airport security, which was coming to Merida, it was very stressful for me because I did not go very quickly. And then when we all passed through, they both had to get checked. So then I had like 20 containers filled with our stuff, and they were all flipping over, which stresses me out. Yeah, they had to like, and then they had to check my bag for paperwork, so this is my books. And didn't get that. So I guess that's what you get for trying to be smart. It's never a good thing to read them. Reading books is a bad thing, I guess. We went through like the detector thing, and it started like beeping. And we went through it like twice, and they did it each time. So then they pulled us aside, and then eventually I was standing there for like 5 minutes while Akira was like struggling with the bags. And this guy took this like Band-Aid looking thing. It was like really hot, and he swiped my hand. And then I got to pass through. But then when I passed through, my bag was already packed for me. So I mean, it was actually pretty great.
Did you pack her bag for her?
I don't think so. I think you packed my bag.
Oh.
Wait, no, I did it. I grabbed all your stuff and just shoved it in your bag. I could tell. Yeah.
So would you say you hate that?
You're very close.
Yes. Look at the camera and tell me, how do you feel?
Like before this,
The fear.
I didn't feel very passionately about airport security because it was like fine. It was like whatever. Yeah. But then this time, it was very stressful, which I did not like.
So last time we came here, I went to the Museo de Chocolate, and it's really cute. Okay, I'm gonna go with the food, and I don't mean like trying new foods. I love trying new foods and I love eating, but finding the kind of foods that I need for my health, it's fairly difficult a lot of times, and most of the time they're not things that we can eat quickly on the go. So I would say that, like staying with a specific diet for your health, it's more difficult with full-time travel.
Yeah, so now I'm halfway through. So I'm basically on bald.
Okay, so what about the food and customs? Is there anything you hate about that?
No, I like learning about the new customs because I think it's like interesting to learn what's socially acceptable in different places and how it varies to each like not just like state but country. And when it comes to the food, I enjoy learning about where food comes from, and I enjoy trying new things and learning about foods that I've already eaten that go to the place that they come from. Like there's stuff that I've eaten in America that I thought came from America that actually originated here. So I really think that's interesting, and it doesn't really bother me to be put into like a new setting with unfamiliar food or unfamiliar customs. I quite enjoy it actually.
What if I give you a plate of worms?
Well, I wouldn't eat that, but that's not. But like that's part of it. Because let's say a plate of worms was a popular dish here. Like, why not try it? Like, if you will eat it, then you can eat it for a reason. You can do that. I'll not. So you have fun with that. I'll kill you. And I won't. The only thing I worry about when it comes to food and customs is being respectful, because I don't ever want to disrespect the culture, and so if I don't know the customs when we get here, I am slightly worried about disrespecting anybody. But otherwise, people here specifically, especially, have been very welcoming and very open to teaching, so we haven't really had any issues. Well, I haven't had any issues personally, and I'm down to try anything, so I guess this is like, traveling is like the perfect.
So basically they're not forced to try any experience. Highly suggested all the time. And a lot of times I will encourage it, but they are not forced. So, you know, Akira's picky with food, so if she doesn't want to try it, it's okay. It was cream cheese, everyone.
So technically,
alright, so my next one is specifically related to being a single mom, because what I hate is when, you know, you get to a new place, you don't really know the customs, you don't really know all the details of the travel, and I have nobody to bounce ideas off of. So it's really on me whether the kids stay safe or I myself stay safe.
I can relate, you know, when I have to keep my children safe, it's super stressful, you know? Like, it's so hard being a single mother, it really is.
Well, your son died.
Oh.
What about missing home?
Huh?
What about missing home?
I miss my friends. Single friend. Anyways, my friend lives in England, and the other ones live like somewhere else in Florida, not around us, so I don't miss people though. Like, if I'm not hanging out with you, I kind of forget about you. And it's not in a mean way. It's just in a object permanence kind of way.
In a what?
Object permanence.
Explain.
Like, you know how like when something's not in my view, or like I'm not actively interacting with it, I forget about it most of the time. So it's almost like if it's not present, it almost doesn't exist. So that's how I feel about missing people. So every once in a while I'll like remember someone, although I hardly ever miss them. Cousin. Kaylee, our baby cousin, our grandma, aunt, our dad. I don't really miss family that much anymore. I remember when I was younger, so like 8 or 9, we were in New York, and we were in this hotel, and we were in the lobby, and I started sobbing, like full out sobbing, because I missed my dad.
Girl,
But
when? I
you
don't
remember that?
No.
We were in New York, and it was like a fancy hotel, and I was just sobbing in the lobby.
In public?
I don't think she was there. It was you and me.
No, she was there. And we were like
never
right
got
in
to
front of
without me.
we were like right in front of the elevators.
No, we went down to the lobby and you stayed in the room.
Well, that does sound like something I would do. But I've gotten used to being away from family for so long, so it doesn't really happen anymore.
What do you do to stay connected?
Send them pictures sometimes, FaceTime.
I do miss people once in a while. I'm a lot like Kiara though, like when they're not in front of me. Like I live in the now, so it's kind of hard for me to like connect with people that I don't see for long periods of time. But I do try to keep in touch by, you know, calling and connecting, and YouTube videos are actually like my new thing. Like I feel like if I show them what we're doing, they'll feel closer to us and they'll feel like, you know, they might not miss us as much because they feel connected to the things that we experience.
Can I use living in the now as an excuse too?
Honestly, say
It's not an excuse, it's a fact.
I forget about people. It's not my fault. I'm a forgetful person, you know? I forget things. I walk out of one room to get something and I forget it. It's just like people.
You want dessert?
Yes.
So Akira likes bread for dessert.
Weed. Are you done with the blueberry? Yeah. Like, don't
I
get me
miss
wrong.
my room.
I like decorating and stuff, and I do like. I kind of dislike the fact that I don't get to decorate my like the room I'm staying in now. But I don't really ever miss my room. Like, I don't miss my bed. My bed is really uncomfortable though, so I don't know why I miss it. But like,
I've gotten used to my uncomfortable bed.
Do you miss your room?
Yes.
What part? Like, what about it?
I don't know. It just feels
homey.
I guess. It's like my space. And you know, obviously, it wasn't that way
except not all the time, but most of the time we have like our own room. We still have our space, but when it's like my room at home, it's different.
It's like personalized.
Yeah.
I feel the same, kind of.
So I specifically don't miss anything back home that's physical because we kind of got rid of everything. Now the girls have a room in their dad's home, but I don't have a home. So when we go back, we either house sit or I stay in other people's homes. So none of that is something that I truly miss from back home.
I will say, something I don't like about traveling is when I don't have my own space, because I definitely like having my own room.
Yeah.
And I don't hate not having my own space because I don't mind it that much, because I shared a room for like years. So it's not like I despise it or anything. But I will say I much prefer having my own room.
Like sharing a bed with her.
Yeah.
She'll be cleaning her room at midnight and I'll be telling her, turn your light off, I want you to go to sleep. And she wouldn't listen to me. And she would just be laughing at her phone like a freaking psychopath.
No.
So then I have to go to sleep with her laughing very loudly. And with the light on.
I have to clean my room at night. If not, it just doesn't get done.
Daytime like I'm 100%.
I can't find it in the daytime. I don't have any motivation at the daytime. The daytime is for contemplating cleaning my room. The nighttime is for actually doing it. You have to think about things for at least a few hours before doing them.
I totally agree. Like there's no part of that I don't agree with. Like especially if we spend the whole day together and travel together and do everything. Like we do everything together. Like there has to be a moment that we get to ourselves to decompress, to like, you know, rest, right? Because when you're around people all the time, it tends to be exhausting. So I agree, like our own space is very necessary. Now having said that, it doesn't mean that sometimes we don't stay in a one bedroom. It just means that it's limited, and when we land somewhere for long periods of time, we make sure that we find something that gives us enough space for us to decompress and have some me time.
No, I'm kidding. I really like flowers. Or this one.
You know what else I have? Alright, so recap.
Recap what?
How do you feel about full-time travel? Do these things that you hate stop you from traveling?
Well, again, I don't hate anything, but I love traveling, and I don't think, well, if I hated traveling, it'd probably stop me from traveling, but I don't think, I haven't like really thought of anything that would make me not want to travel, because I really enjoy it, and most parts are good. There are very few bad parts. Like bad parts, but it's not even bad parts. It's just like parts that make me slightly uncomfortable. Like, not slightly, very, but still. You know what I mean?
No. There have been times that I've wanted to stop traveling. But not really anymore.
If you have any questions about any of the things I mentioned, don't hesitate to ask in the comments. And don't forget to like and follow if you want to see more of our adventures and all the things we learn along the way. Thanks for joining. Bye!
Alright, remember your arm faces. Your ideas are your ideas, so you can both use it.
That's my idea too. Now, because apparently the first book has volume 1 and 2 in it. My nose itches so bad.
Do you get a lot of allergies doing travel?
Yes.
Do you
I get a
that?
lot of allergies everywhere. No matter where I am, I get allergies.
Or a white. Here is my.
That looks more like a blonde chicken.
Don't check my chicken. It's called Adorable Home. Go play it. Anyways.
You should also play Genshin Impact. Just
putting in my 2 cents.
No, you should.
Yes, you should.
Don't listen to her.
Yeah,
She's
it's
boring.
a story game.
Anyways, I'm saving money to buy a cow. I can get 2 cows, but right now I only have money to get chicken.
Is this like Littlest Pet Shop?
What? No.
You should get.
And you drive it, and you drove it to it's called a trolley, right?
Oh my
The
goodness.
trolley lane, and you almost killed us.
Oh wait, no,
So
that's
I did not almost kill
no,
you.
hold up. If the trolley was coming, we would have died.
So then you drove onto like the bike lane that was right next to it.
Okay. Oh my god. And then you were like against traffic at some point. Oh gosh, it was messy.
So would you say that's another thing you hate?
No, that was actually kind of fun. Like, we were almost killed by a trolley, but you know, it's part of the adventure, I guess.
You like swerved onto the bike lane, and like someone started yelling at you because you were in the bike lane.
Yeah, because that was our main concern, being in the bike lane.
Not the train that was, or trolley that was coming straight towards us. Okay, so we could say that not knowing the rules of the road in each location can be one of the things.
No, I don't mind that. It was entertaining seeing you struggle.
Okay, so what about the food and customs?
They don't FaceTime them.
Your grandma likes pictures.
She does. She likes very close.
Yeah.
Very up and personal.
It's not just
So
like
you can
this.
see
Then
all
she is like.
imperfect.
So she likes them from this angle. So
Imperfection.
she has her favorite picture of me is me going with this. I'm looking so emo too. Listen. I don't really like this.
Really?
Yeah.
They're part of your Cuban heritage.
I don't know. It's just something about them. I'm a big fan.